Hey, what's up? Welcome back to another instructional video. We're just going to jump straight into this. We're at the first phase of the Kenpachi raid. It's just started. I've been trying to get a video all day, so I apologize that I didn't get the first 2 seconds before it. We're just going to roll through the phases here. So the first one is he's just going to be smashing out bars. That's all you've really got to worry about here. And then a little circle here in the center. Very easy to dodge. The second one, you'll see where I'm placed here. So the entire board is placed out in a grid. What you want to do is hang out near the corner square. Doesn't matter which corner square you are, but the point where it meets the other corners of the squares here, sit to either the left or the right side of it. What's going to happen is you're going to get pushed out, and then there's going to be a plus sign of red damage that's going to come out. I'm unsure if it's always left and right and then up and down, or if it changes. But if you sit either side of this point, doesn't matter when you get pushed back, which one's coming first, you can dodge out and then dodge back in, or you can just dodge and you'll be fine. So as you can see, I got the worst of it. I'm sitting in the red, but I just dodge out, dodge back in, and it's fine. You're going to have the big purple in the center, but because we're already out on this edge, we're using this corner as a barometer, we're not even close. We already don't have to worry about the insta-kill move. Now this will suck us in, and there'll be yellow squares on the ground that will appear. They sort of look like they're charging up. They're going to charge, and then just they're going to have an attack go off in those squares. Anytime you see the charged square, that's your idea to get out of there. They do take a second. You'll see they'll disappear, then they'll go off. You do need to remember where they are, but I mean, it's a 2-second remembering skill. You should be fine. And now we're back at a repeat of the phase. This has been incredibly difficult to record because we haven't been finishing phases. Keyskate is insane. So right now we're just going to be sticking to the outside and avoiding these. We've got a big purple, but as long as we stay on the outside, we don't really have to worry about it all that much. Melee attacking units, you'll probably just want to move out and avoid altogether. Then you can go back in and attack. Right, so we have a phase here where we're going to have the vertical rook and the horizontal rook. The vertical rook is going to go off in every square that this square is involved in, up and down. It's going to go off vertically, okay? So all these and all these here are going to go off. Next, we're going to see the horizontal rook charge up as well. So we already know we have to avoid the first and the third line of squares. Now we're seeing the horizontal rook. We also know we need to avoid the square above us. So the square we're in is safe. The next part is another rook system. Again, you want to remember and avoid where the yellow squares are. But he's also going to do a quarter panel hit. We're just going to avoid that and then avoid the big circle in the center. And then you can dodge back in and attack. Bishop. Okay, so this one is a yellow square is going to appear where it's going to go off. The bishop is going to hit its square, and in a star shape, 4 squares that connect to that square. So you can see here the purple that's gone off for the bishop is the 5 squares. So anytime you see bishop in a yellow square, just sit in the plus pattern next to that square and you'll be fine. So as you can see, it went off just above me in the yellow. We're just down below it. We avoid that. You do have red that goes off at the same time. That's another thing you've got to keep in mind, but it's not that hard to avoid either. So yeah, I've been recording this for hours and just have not been able to get these full phases yet. Finally, we got a group bad enough. And I had to stop attacking. Anyway, this is just a general clusterfudge. You're avoiding pawn spaces as well as avoiding bars. Just remember where the yellow spaces are and avoid those, and just avoid the red the best you can. The next part of this phase we get into, you'll see it says king. Now what's going to happen is he's going to hit 2 quarters, both opposite each other. So right here we've got top right, bottom left. We're going to move over into the bottom right, and you'll see here a yellow bit pops up. Now, a lot like the bishop, the king, this is just the barometer of where it's going to go off. But the king puts purple all the way around this yellow square. it's also going to hit top left, bottom right, the red quarters as well. So we've avoided the stuff on the left-hand side here, and we've seen where king's going to go off, so we're going to move all the way over to this side, and you can see where the purple's gone off here. So as long as you're a space away from that yellow, you should be safe, but you can see just up behind Kenpachi's health, you can see the other red quarters going off as well. Now, for this last bit, is another bishop. So we've got a small red circle in the center, but we're just hanging out on the outside anyway. The bishop square, you can see just up the top there in the middle. And again, this is going to be another 5-star. Just avoid the points of the star. We do have another quarter going off to the right, but that's just easy enough to avoid. And then another big circle in the center. And that's it. That's the entire thing. This really should have gone up hours ago, but it's taken me so long to find a group that has been terrible to do this, which is a great sign. Absolutely great sign. But hopefully you guys have luck as well. All the best, and I'll see you in the next instructional video. Have fun. Bye. God, how do I stop recording?